As part of our Two Americas series, this morning we're bringing you a point of view that you may not have seen or heard of before. For many Americans, their ancestry is an important part of their identity. But if you're the descendants of African slaves, your family tree often remains a mystery. News 5's Renee Skinner joining us live in studio. Renee, you found two people here in the Springs who did some digging to find out where they came from.
That's right, Ira. For many African Americans, finding your lineage holds a special significance. Not only that, but it can also be a source of pain. For many, it's a reminder of the inequalities that Black people faced during slavery and other periods in our history. But it was a source of joy for Dr. Anthony Young and Leona Abdullah Ward. They both know who they are and where they come from. Dr. Anthony Young is a resident of Colorado Springs, and if you step inside his home, it feels more like a museum. Each wall contains African art and artifacts, and he used AfricanAncestry.com to trace his genealogy to the Fulani and Hausa tribes in Nigeria. Hailing from a different tribe, we have Leona Abdullah Ward, and she owns a dance studio in Colorado Springs and was able to trace her roots all the way back to the Bamaliki tribe in Nigeria. Abdullah Ward has traveled to Africa many times and says there's nothing like not only knowing your heritage, but also connecting with the people who represent it.
It's a bad feeling, or I don't know what you call it, when you hear other people talking and you can't say anything about where you're from.
And once people understand what the roots are, historically and culturally, we can draw strength from that when we know that, because we have thousands of stories of people who look like us who were able to overcome the odds against the odds.
Now, both Dr. Young and Abdullah Ward say their discoveries empower them and encourage others to do the same. But there are other ways besides DNA to trace your family tree. Coming up in the next half hour, I'll introduce you to the woman who runs the African American Historical and Genealogical Society in the Springs. She teaches classes on how to use your family records to find your lineage. Reporting in the studio, I'm Renee Skinner for News 5. Ira, back to you.
All right, looking forward to that report.